night tonight for the Knicks hosting the Sacramento Kings. The Knicks in the layup line for the last time before the All-Star break. They don't play again after tonight until next Tuesday. We come to you tonight from the beginning from the JUEGO studio suite, and it's great to have you with us. I'm Bill Pito as we get you ready for the Kings and the Knicks. Knicks need a win in the worst way. They come in as season high 12 games under 500, but one thing in their favor. As we look at the accurate Eastern Conference standings, the Knicks only 4.5 games, despite all the problems, only 4.5 games out of the last playoff spot in the East. Time now to go courtside to the men who will call the game tonight, Mike Breen and Clyde Frazier. Guys, take it away.
Bill, thanks, and good evening, everyone. Because of that Knicks recent play, Mike D'Antoni has been searching for answers, changing his rotation, changing the starting lineup. Well, he's changing the starting lineup again tonight. Chris Duhon is back in as the point guard. He came off the bench last couple of games. Nate Robinson started at the point, and the Knicks lost both games. D'Antoni feels Duhon is still the best man to run the offense, and Duhon said he's ready to get back in as a starter.
At some point, you just got to look in the mirror, and it just comes from you, what you need to do to help this team win. And, maybe sitting and not starting was, kind of a reality check. Gives you an opportunity to really, not blame anything else but yourself and, do something about it.
We're just searching for something to win and just have everybody's spirits up and attack and play harder. And that's from everybody. That's just not from him. But just seems like we wanted to shake it up a little bit. Didn't really work, so we'll go back and play the way we think is the best way to play, and hopefully we can start getting some wins.
Boy, you love to see a player hold himself accountable, Clyde. Duhon doing that. But what do you want to see different from him now that he's back in the starting lineup?
I think I'd just like to see some confidence, Mike. Believing and achieving. You can see that he's lost his confidence. He's hesitating on his shots. Plus, you go 20 misses from behind the arc. Move in, get to the basket, make some free throws to try to gain some confidence. His assists are still up. He's averaging 6 a game. So tonight he should look to go back to the pick and roll. That's working with David Lee. That's been a staple of their offense. So from that, if Lee's not open, maybe he can get some easy opportunities to regain his confidence. And don't let his offense affect his defense. He's still a good defender. He's a guy that can find the open man, and he must continue to do that tonight.
And while the Knicks go back to a veteran at the point guard position, the Sacramento Kings will once again start their rookie point guard. Tyreke Evans, after just 1 year Memphis, comes to the NBA, and although he was a high draft pick, I don't even think the Kings thought he was going to be that good or this good this quickly, Clyde. This kid is a tremendous young player.
Yeah, he's one of those precocious neophytes. Very cool and calm on the court, unflappable, and he has the size, folks. This guy's 6'6". Not a good perimeter shooter. What he mostly does is goes to the basket with gusto, but right there he's playing good hands. So he's developing his game. If he can continue to shoot that shot, he's going to be a perennial all-star. And you can see he fills up the stat sheet, 20 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal must be contained tonight.
And only 3 other rookies have ever averaged 20 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Oscar Robertson. Not bad company for Evans if he can achieve that, and he has been superb for the Kings. Meanwhile, Omri Caspi, the first Israeli to play in the NBA, will have a huge following tonight while he was warming up. About an hour before the game, so many fans wanted to see him, and that's all part of Jewish Heritage Night here at Madison Square Garden. For the Knicks, the final game before the All-Star break. It has been a rough stretch as they'll get some rest after tonight. They could use the win here on the home floor. We'll have the starting lineups and opening tip from Madison Square Garden when we return.
Mike D'Antoni preaching defense against these Kings.
They're talented guys. They can have big nights. If we're soft on them, they'll make shots. If we get up in them, and Martin will come off the bench also, obviously. Keep him off the line, do not foul him, make him make jump shots, which he can, but also playing tough. Well, we need to get back guys defensively, getting in the guys. Sometimes when we switch all the time, we get a little soft, but let's get in them and let's start picking that up. We can also use the zone some just to break the rhythm up. But again, guys, our energy level, our focus, and let's go out and kick the ball. Let's go.
All right, head coach Mike D'Antoni getting the Knicks ready for their last game before the All-Star break. It's the Knicks hosting the Kings at Madison Square Garden. Opening tip is coming up right after this.
Sacramento Kings, and some changes in their starting lineup. Tyreke Evans, who we spoke of, and Van Ulrich in the backcourt. Dante Green, who played so well against the Knicks in the first meeting, he will start. He was superb against the Knicks. And Omri Caspi, the first Israeli to play in the NBA, is going to get a start. And he got a very nice ovation for the Sacramento Kings here on Jewish Heritage Night. And for the Knicks, starting five back to what it was for 23 straight games prior to the last two, as Chris Duhon in the starting lineup. Knicks starting lineup brought to you by T-Mobile. T-Mobile presents the first phone that becomes 100% you, the new MyTouch 3G with Google, only from T-Mobile. All right, Clyde, Knicks have been in a pretty long funk. They're 1-5 in their last 6. They're 4-11 in their last 15. And as Bill Pito said at the very top, they're now 12 games under 500. That's a season high. They're still only 4.5 out of a playoff spot. So there's still a lot to play for. There's still 31 games, although the schedule is difficult. But they need to start playing with the kind of spirit that they had back in December.
The spirit and consistency. And tonight could help them carry some confidence into the All-Star break. But defense, I think, has to provide offense and teamwork. Going back to what has been working for them, I mentioned with Duhon and Lee, the pick and roll play. That's not there, hitting Gallinari from downtown. So it has to be a consummate team effort for the Knicks to prevail tonight.
And this is a team they should beat at home. The Kings, although a good, young, talented team, have really struggled on the road, to say the least. They've dropped 11 in a row. Paul Westphal has done a terrific job with this young team. They were playing so well for a while, but they're in a brutal stretch. 3-22 on the road. And over their last 23 games total, they're 3-20.
They give up a lot of points, 105. The Knicks give up 103, while both teams score 101. So this could be a very high-scoring affair tonight.
And there's Evans, the impressive rookie. As we look at our scouting report, brought to you by Acela Express, where you can plug in and work or sit back and relax, courtesy of Brendan Brown.
Yeah, they circle the wagons, group retreat, identify shooters, interior attack, and that embellishes David Lee and his prowess inside, as well as Harrington off the dribble.
Well, the Knicks saw firsthand what Sacramento is capable on certain nights when they got shell-shocked. They were playing the second game of a back-to-back out on the West Coast. They played the Lakers the night before. The Knicks were beaten badly in that game, 111-97 back on November 25th. It was a wire-to-wire victory for Sacramento. Knicks were really never in the game. So a chance for a little payback tonight. And certainly a very important game, as we mentioned. After the break, the Knicks will play a brutal schedule. Winning teams, West Coast trips. It's very difficult. Chandler, first shot of the night, a two-pointer.
First play of the game, the pick and roll. Wasn't there for Lee. He was able to find Will in the corner.
Evans is being guarded by Jared Jeffries. It's one advantage the Knicks have with Jeffries' versatility and size. Nice deflection from Chandler. Ball finds its way to Ulrich. And as you said, Clyde, when the Knicks had that 9-3 December and then won the first 3 in January, defense was the main reason. Pause is short, and Jeffries has it. They weren't a top-notch defensive team, but they were a hard-working defensive team.
Yep, getting key stops.
Chandler misfires. Evans at 6'6". He's got strength. He sees the floor well. Excellent dribbling ability. Ulrich cuts back door. Duhon got caught in the screen, and the game is tied.
Good assist by Hall as the 7-footer, keeping his head up off the dribble.
As Clyde said, this team can score. They average almost 102 points per game. It's in the top 10 in the league. Duhon looking back out to David Lee. Evans a good rebounder, good distributor.
Still not a good perimeter shooter. That time charged with carrying the ball.
You talk to their coaching staff and anybody around the Kings, and they'll tell you he is working on it. He's the type of kid, and Paul Westphal's been raving about it, that he doesn't just want to be good, he wants to be great.
He has the mindset, he has the body. Thus far, he has been great. You mentioned with some of the best to ever play the game, his numbers now.
Gallinari in and out. Gallinari will be heading to Dallas this weekend for the three-point shootout.
This kid had a career game the last time the Knicks saw him. Green. This is what he does best, Evans.